comments that annoy me. Election edition. Alright. Here we go. Still hasn't been a winner. Keep listening and watching your Facebook, Twitter, and CNN. I don't get my news from any of those sources. That's more of a you guys thing, but okay. That was bullshit. I doubt a judge will call a case on the subject. You should watch the court case before spreading disinformation. Okay, November 2nd, Pennsylvania's Commonwealth Court of Tuesday barred the county election officials from counting mail-in ballots and absentee ballots, which in voters provided missing information after November 9th. Those ballots were ordered last week to be separated until the Commonwealth determined the validity of the votes. The Commonwealth Court found that Secretary of State Kathy Boockvar lacked the authority to extend the deadline to November 2nd from November 9th, by which voters could provide missing information. The case was brought by the U.S. President, by the U.S. President Donald Trump campaign and the Republican National Committee. Trump's Democratic challenger Joe Biden has projected to win Pennsylvania, giving him enough votes to become the president-elect. I'm confused. I don't know if that person is arguing on behalf of Donald Trump or is admitting that Biden just won. I don't know. You can decide that for yourself. But let's talk about it. Yes, they did rule, but those were already set aside and have not been added into the tally and will not make a difference about Trump's loss. It won't make a difference. It absolutely will not make a difference. So, it sucks that those people's votes won't be counted, but it makes no difference in the grand scheme of the election. Trump is ahead by so much, Biden is ahead by so much, those votes won't matter. Trump is behind. Trump has lost the state of Pennsylvania. I think they're trying to mansplain that to me, but again, I'm not really sure what the point of that was. As for, there has been no president done yet, or no president chosen yet. AP has been calling and predicting the presidency since before you or I were born. The AP has been doing that for nearly a century. So that is not uncommon. When Trump was elected in 2016, it was the AP that announced his presidency. He was president-elect after an election night, not because the votes were certified in the states. That wasn't done until December. He was President-elect Donald Trump because the votes were tallied, and then AP made the announcement like they always do. That's not abnormal for them. This happens in every election. I don't understand the big deal here. This one got caught in my spam filter. Donald Trump will win the presidency. The Supreme Court will hand him the victory. All in caps, all votes that are illegal will be thrown out for you Democrats. The Supreme Court needs a reason to throw out votes, not just because they're from Democrats. It's not even clever. The amount of people that seem to think that the Supreme Court is just going to hand Donald Trump an election is mind-boggling to me. Just because Donald Trump lost doesn't mean that the Supreme Court can just override the will of the people. In fact, they ruled in July that states have to follow the will of the people and they can't be faithless electors. We can't have faithless electors anymore. So they have to vote the way their state legislators and the way the people say they have to. I'm just saying. No. So this is from Captain Crazy Pants. There are 71,000 legal votes for Trump. There are many medications for COVID that big company did not allow to take out to the people before the election. This is a coup against the legal authority of the people. It must stop. There has been no clinically proven treatment for COVID-19. There's no current treatment for COVID-19. There are experimental drugs, but there's no worldwide approval. And all the things Donald Trump has come out with have not done what they're supposed to do. We don't have the therapeutics we need. We are getting better at understanding the virus, but we're nowhere near where we need to be, especially for having 177,000 cases today. Okay. Beyond that, 77 or 71, I think it's on 72 million legal votes. Okay. Biden had 75. And again, notice how they said 71 legal votes but none for Biden whatsoever. Not even the original count before the mail-in ballots, because they do not believe that a Democrat vote should be legal in this country. That's what they think. This is not a coup against the American people unless you count Donald Trump trying to steal this election. No. Just freaking no. Millions of dead people voted in Detroit. Your president-elect is a cheat. This comes from this stupid right-wing conservative person that got kicked off of Twitter for using disinformation. No, millions of dead people did not vote. Even when you take a random selection of those names that person said were dead, a lot of them turned up alive, including one from 1932. You have some that look like they're from the early 1900s or whatever when you put in the birth date. But if you type in junior or senior with that zip code, you come up with a person that turned in their ballot at the same time with the same thing. So what I'm thinking is, much like in my state with the lost property thing, when I type in my grandfather's name and my uncle's name, which are the same, I get information for both of them even when I use different birth dates and different zip codes. So, no. Absolutely freaking not. No. Doesn't work that way. Does not work that way. There are lots of ways to check and make sure no dead people voted. So, just, wow. This one's not so much election related, but we're going to throw it in there. Move to a different country, LOL. I have an idea. Go to Mexico. Please set update videos on how that goes. Edit. If you want to seek asylum, do it legally through the port of entry. Come legally, no big deal. Come illegally, go home, criminal. This was my video on missing children in the detention center. I'm so glad Trump is no longer president. But Trump stopped the legal immigration of how to seek asylum, which is you step foot on American land, and then you say, I seek asylum. And the asylum process starts right then and there. So, Donald Trump was the one that said you had to seek asylum in other countries. So, no. Just no. Can you please post a video when the courts overturn this election and Donald Trump gets another 4 years? Trump 2020. Trump lost 2020. It's Biden 21, baby. Second, again, the courts are not going to overturn this election. The courts aren't just going to be like, Trump is president. Please learn how the Electoral College works. Please learn how our government works. Please learn that it is the Electoral College and people's votes that pick the president, not the courts. A computer glitch, my ass. Why were there no votes for Trump in that quote-unquote computer glitch? Why is it that he had 600,000 ahead in Georgia, and now Biden is winning a couple of days later? Tell me. No computer glitches affected any of the counting. When Georgia is recounted by hand, which is starting today, it's going to show you the same results. What is going to be your excuse then? Santa stole the election? I can't even. Okay, one more and then I'm out. Because this is just, I'm losing brain cells. Do you want a civil war? Because this is how you get a civil war. Ignore our votes. Put in a fake president. Remember, libtards don't have guns. We will massacre you in the streets. You lost the last Civil War. Biden will have control of the military as of 2021. The military voted in favor of Biden. No. And why would you want a civil war? Why do you want to murder people in the streets? Like, that seems to be some kind of weird Republican fantasy, to just mow down everyone that disagrees with you. What is this weird Republican fantasy of just murdering everybody? That's half the country. You want to murder half the country. That's insane. Alright guys, this has been the edition of Comments That Annoy Me, Election Edition. I hope you still have brain cells after this. Bye guys.